Johnny Boy from Brown Pride. This was a really uplifting conversation. I found out stuff I didn't know about Johnny.
I don't have the money to pay this boot camp, and I know everyone's going to turn on Brown Pride.
Talked about where he started, and it was a very humble beginning to where he is to now, and all the struggles in between.
Had Weet-Bix and water and sugar every breakfast, lunch, dinner. I wouldn't change a thing, man. I wouldn't change anything.
When you're trying to be a successful entrepreneur, starting from scratch, what you have to do, and one of the main things is about not caring about what other people think. As he put, F him.
Yeah, I said, fuck you guys. nah, they're good dudes now.
A lot of the times when you're coming up, as a young person with not much, you're embarrassed. You're embarrassed to be in certain places. Yeah.
For me, I was already making excuses like, oh shit, I'm not going to do fuck all because I'm a brown kid from Rewa.
He had the realization, man, I'm proud to be brown and I'm embracing it, and where that's gotten him to. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Johnny Boy from Brown Pride, enjoy. Before we get started, I want to take a moment to thank my good friends at Trust Motors. George, Jono and all the team, thank you for jumping on board as a major sponsor. Trust Motors, how car buying should be. Unfiltered with Dave Letelier is proudly part of the Acast network. Johnny Boy, how's it going, my uso?
All good, yourself?
Yeah.
Surviving?
Yeah, not bad, bro. Yeah, real good.
Yeah.
I see the work you're doing. We're not too far away from each other.
Yeah.
It's been good seeing your work, but where'd you grow up, bro? So you grew up in Rewa?
Yeah. Born, bred, and man, hope to die in Rewa as well.
Rewa hard.
Rewa hard. I've always been Rewa hard. I was born. I'm still living in Rewa. So on Burbank, just off Roscommon. I've loved being there. Been there since I was 4 or 5. Grew up there, and went to school at De La Salle, and I wouldn't change anything. Rewa's seen tough times, and man, I hope it sees glorious times as well. Still residing in Rewa, still proud of Rewa.
I lived in Rewa for a while. Played league for the Marlins.
Yeah, Marlins. Yeah.
Remember the old boys? We used to go out after leaving the club, and they go, go meet some girls and make them Rewa-lize. These old boys are that was
good times.
Crazy times, bro.
Now everyone's got kids and married and stuff.
Now we all Rewa-lize. What was life growing up?
It was all good. I wouldn't change a thing. I guess everyone. Yeah, sort of like yourself, everyone sees the product now, but haven't seen how you were brought up and things like that. For us, after when we sort of moved, and we were like many other Samoan and Islander families or any other families, just squashed into one house, 1 room per family. So it was myself, my mum, my sister squashed into my uncle's house, and then him and his kids in their other room, and then my grandparents in the other room.
Wow,
that was just how it was. Then we sort of moved out and found our own stay house, and me, my mum, my sister. By that time, my parents went their separate ways, so it was just us 3. That little transition from my uncle's house to our own house, and just nights when we were sleeping in my mum's car. For me, it was somewhat normal. It was just a part of life. We were just trying to find a house. But I think for my mum, it was that ma feeling of doesn't want to tell our families. They were just crashing in the car for the night and whatever.
So you guys were homeless, living in the car?
Yeah, just bouncing between houses. And then if my mom was, I guess now that I'm a parent, I sort of understand if she didn't want to hassle anyone, she would just sleep in the car. And used to sleep outside, different shop areas or the local parks. Just me and my mom, my sister. Me and my sister would put the back chairs down and crash there, and my mom would just sleep on the passengers or something. But that's just, for me, that's looking back now, I think it was just my mom trying to survive. Once we got our own stay housing, that was when I was 6, I think. Then it was just us, me, my mom, my sister. And it wasn't anything flash, but it was a roof over our heads. We had Weet-Bix and water and sugar every breakfast, lunch, dinner, but it was something to fill our stomachs. And I wouldn't change a thing, man. I wouldn't change anything. And I love Rewa. Even though it's seen tough times, man, I love that place. Yeah.
Yeah, Weet-Bix, eh? It was like the survival kit, eh?
Yeah.
If you had Weet-Bix in your cupboard,
you had
you
enough.
felt okay.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And I think that's a lot of people. And I think it's because it was on TV as like
Yeah.
the All Blacks food.
Yeah,
So you're like, oh, nah, I'm sussed. I'm all good.
You can have Weet-Bix with peanut butter,
Yeah,
Weet-Bix
yeah,
with
yeah.
milk, Weet-Bix with water, Weet-Bix with dinner.
Start experimenting. Yeah. But no, it was good. It was good upbringing. Yeah.
I always say every podcast that greatness comes from the struggle.
Yeah.
You know, if you use it,
yeah.
you know, and don't let it be an excuse.
Yeah. Yeah, I think as weird as it sounds, like there's moments in training when I'm like, oh man, my back's sore. Then I think, man, my mom used to sleep on like nothing, like a sponge mattress on the floor on the driver's seat of a car. Why am I to complain that my back's a little sore?
Yeah.
Like even though people think, oh man, that's real deep thinking, but man, if you can't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So that's always been my mentality, is just think of the rough times and just think where we're at now. And I'm sure you feed off your struggles and your pain, and as youngsters as well, that's the same as me. Yeah.
Oh, man, that must have been hard for your mum, bro?
I've always had a mean love and respect for my mum, but until I became a father, then I was like, shit, that was really hard. But I was like telling her, mum, man, you done what you had to do, and we're still alive now, so nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, and doing well.
Yeah. We're doing all good.
Yeah.
We've moved on from Whitbix.
Yeah.
So that's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's you know, I think about it quite a lot, you know, with the stuff we do now and the people we're helping, and then you think like, how much bad luck or bad decisions does it take for you to be in that position of being homeless? And for a lot of people, it's not that many bad decisions.
Yeah.
You know, you may be only a few things away from being, you know, having to live in your car.
Yeah.
Do you use that to drive you to what you're doing now?
Yeah. I think if anything, it's just using that as where I came from, and like someone knowing like struggles that people are going through. I still don't know everything, but I know like enough to sort of understand what their mindset might be, or I guess have empathy for them, because you know what it's like, and you know how it feels and things like that. So that sort of helps sort of mold my approach to some things. Just having a decent experience or understanding of it. But like I said, like I don't know all the answers, but at least I know a bit.
Yeah, life lessons.
Yeah.
Your mum must be proud, bro, now.
Yeah. You know, like any parents, like it's rare to hear, I'm proud of you. But I know deep down, I can see it in their eyes. Yeah.
It is rare, I think, especially with Pacifica.
Yeah.
You know, it's. I wonder why. What do you reckon that is?
In Samoan, we always talk about the va, or the hierarchy, or the elders sit on the table, we sit on the floor type buzz. And I think it's that separates us, as they're on another level. They're not gonna look down and pat the level that's below them.
Yeah.
You'll see makais on the higher level, and they're all encouraging and patting each other on the back, but they'll never do it to someone that's below them. And I think it's just
Were you raised the Whasamo?
Somewhat, yeah. I think not as much. I think slowly my mom, like, she started going to uni, like started taking English classes, computer classes, and I think she sort of adapted the Palangi lifestyle, understood that it was way different to Samoa, and then I slowly started seeing us like not go away, but move away from, like, I guess seeing everything for us Samoa lens.
Yeah.
And I think my mom going to school and started learning and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that made her, like, I guess, adapt to this Palangi lifestyle, or this westernized world that we live in. Yeah. So not as much as when I was younger.
Yeah.
But
I remember well, I was not exposed to it, bro. I lived with my Samoan grandparents in Australia when the old man was on a holiday. But they were hardcore, staunch Seventh-day Adventists. Went to a hardcore, staunch Seventh-day Adventist church in Mount Druitt. But they still, like, they learned to speak broken English for me. And I lived in Samoa.
Yeah.
I thought I was going there for a holiday.
Oh, shit.
Until they enrolled me in school. I was going, man, I hated it, bro. I hated it over there. But the first time I was experiencing that real Samoa stuff was at my grandpa's funeral.
Yeah.
And when you've never been exposed to it, it's hard, eh?
Yeah.
I was, like you said, you're down here, you got to serve the Matai's up here. And I was thinking, who the hell are these? These fat bastards? Telling me what I got to do. I had to put the lava on. I was washing dishes, doing all this shit. Okay, man, I can't handle this, bro. But I mean, I did it because it's our culture and it's for my grandfather. But man, it was hard to sort of deal with. Having never been exposed to it.
Yeah. I think it could definitely like. Even when others like I guess visit the Samoan culture, some are amazed, some are somewhat traumatized. Like, hey, why he's got to do everything? Why he's got to give this money and shit?
Why are we giving them all these chickens?
Yeah. We don't even have food.
But then you see it like with families that have nothing. I've seen families take mortgages out, or loans.
Malofa, yeah.
At these and it's like a competition. Who gives the most?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. That I don't like about the whole Whasamoe. I guess I like the helping each other and always being there for each other.
Yeah.
But man, the putting yourself in debt or like stealing from your own kid's plate is like that's where I sort of shy away from it. Like, oh no, I'm not keen. Yeah. I like the service arm of it.
Yeah.
It's good to serve and give from your heart, but when you give to show off and shit, then that's when I'm like,
Yeah. I think those, that's been planted in us. Those seeds were planted in us in terms of service.
Yeah.
What I struggled with is being humble does not mean being a doormat.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'd see our parents and go, why are you taking this?
Yeah.
I don't understand why you're just letting this happen to you. But that's just the way it is.
Yeah. I get what you mean, eh? Like, like earlier in our Brown Pride days, I guess, like, man, I was confident that we were gonna be something, and I used to say it, and people were like, oh man, you need to be humble. You need to, if I Samoans, you have to be humble and you have to be quiet, and I almost gave up on Brown Pride because people would say things like that. But it's funny you say you're not connected much to your Whasamo, because there's a Samoan saying, I don't know the full Samoan, I don't want to cake it, but in English it means you know a Samoan by the way they walk, talk, and serve. And I think the way you serve your community and the whole community they serve, that's a true Whasamo right there. That's a Samoan. Even though you're probably like me, can't really speak Samoan as much, but I think, man, you're more Samoan. There are a lot of people that speak Samoan because you serve, and I guess always put yourself last. And so I think that's Whasamo enough.
Thanks, bro. I never thought about it like that. That makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Man. And with the work you do now, we'll get to. What are you studying at uni?
After school, I tried to get into social work. I was like 19, and I went to MIT and tried to, do my social work degree. And I think it was like probably second semester, and we done an icebreaker, but it was like practical social work things, and we had to sit down, and the other student had to pretend they were a student going through abuse or something. And then like I was a 19-year-old sitting with this 30-something-year-old that was in the class as well, and man, I just couldn't take it. Like I was just too young. I didn't have enough life experience. They were trying to like it was just scenarios, like telling me about this abuse and shit. And I was like, holy fuck, do I have to do this as a job? And then I remember like walking away from those little scenarios, and I was like, fuck that. Like I'm not keen. Like I didn't know how social workers take all that trauma, all that baggage, and then they're meant to leave it at their work and go home happy to their family. Then I didn't come back the next week. I chuffed out. I just told the lecturer, I was like, oh man, I think I need to grow up and just live life a little bit. And then from school, I was struggling. I was working Cadbury, just vanning containers and driving the forklift and whatnot. just with the boys. I started there year 11 just to help my mum.
Yeah.
I was working in the holidays, year 11, 12, 13. And then, when I left school and I didn't want to do social work anymore, I went back to Cabri and just carried on working there. The same boys that founded Brown Pride, we were at Cabri all together. And then we moved Kunanigo all together. And then, that was like 2013 to 2017. That was sort of, Cabri and Kunanigo. And then, 2017, I got my now fiance. She told me she was pregnant with my first son. And then, we used to, after Kunanigo, after a week of work on Fridays, go to my mom's house and just have beers with the boys and play pool table. And then that week, my partner told me she was pregnant. I told the boys we were playing pool table. And I said, Sally, I want to make an announcement. I took the boys inside and I said, my gang is pregnant. And they're all like, congrats, let's take some shots. They're all happy as. Then I said, and I got a whiteboard. I just want to scribble some ideas of how we can move away from logistics and the vanning and doing what we were and just trying to do something better for ourselves. And I was the first to ever kid out of the boys. And then, we sort of just wrote these ideas of what we're good at. We liked fitness, we like arts, we like music, all on this whiteboard. And then they were like, whatever you do, we'll back.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much 2017. And blessed that we are with Brown Pride.
Yeah. Was that the moment when she told you that you realised, oh man, I've got to get my shit together and try and do something bigger?
Like 2013, I finished school. 2014, even though my parents had got their separate ways, my old man passed away over in Australia. And I remember I was just vanning containers at Cabri and I got the call from my cousin. And here I was with so much rage in my heart against my old man for leaving me and my siblings. And then, I got that call and I just remember, here I am thinking, if he dies, I wouldn't care. But man, I was broken. I remember getting that call, just crying next to a container of the chocolates we were at the vanning and just feeling my whole world came crashing. And in my head, I was thinking, why do I kill when I had so much rage against this man? And then my boys and my family paid me to go straight away and try be there. He was on life support, but the doctor said he's got no chance. And so I had to go over as a 19-year-old and sign the life support switch stuff.
Oh man.
So that was rough, but that flicked a switch in me to be like, man, I hope I'm present as a dad, and I hope I have something left for my kids if I was to suddenly pass. So that was the mentality around when my partner told me. I was like, okay, I need to do something different to what my dad done. And that's nothing to throw shade or say my dad was a bad dad. I just wanted to do something better. And that sort of got the ball rolling,
When you were there and having to sign, did you make amends with your inside yourself, to forgive and just so you can move on?
Yeah, man, it's I remember just crying the whole time. At work, went home, I just couldn't stop crying. And my boys, they're real boys, because I remember I didn't have to say anything. They just turned up with boxing gloves and just told me, just let's punch it out. And we were just sparring and crying. I was when I look back, I was like, I'll probably look stupid as. But the boys just told me, put the gloves on. And they're just take your anger out on us. And we were just drinking, put on the gloves, fight again, and drinking, just spar again. And then when I flew to Oz later that day, and I remember just walking in and just crying and just talking to my dad and just, man, I'm sorry about everything. And man, I just asked God for forgiveness. I asked the siblings for forgiveness. I was like, and then done all that. Left the hospital as soon as I signed it, and across the hospital in Melbourne, there's a park, and I just went and faced the tree and was just punching the shit out of it and just crying to myself. And it ran to a soccer post, and I was just kicking the shit out of it, just looking like a crackhead or something. But I was just, man, I was hurt, and I was
just releasing.
Releasing. And man, my cousins, they just came and they just sat there and just let me be. And just it was happened all in a flash. But it built something in me that made me just ensure that there was always something for my kids, or that I'm as present as I can be for my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many kids you have now?
Two. And I just came from the scan of our third. And then when I go home, we're gonna pop the balloon and find out boy or girl. Yeah. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So I got a son, Messiah. He's 8 years old, and a daughter, Fia. She's 2 years old. So yeah, it's good. Yeah.
So, bro, starting Brown Pride.
Yeah.
And then when did you get the actual gym space? When did you move it?
5 years in the end of October that we moved in. But we started the ideas of like, but we had no like money, no cash flow or anything. And then the boys were like, oh, we're good at fitness. Why don't we just run a boot camp or something?
Yeah.
And because last hour, our old school asked us to come train the first 15.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, do you have any budget to pay us? And they were like, oh, nah. But then I was like, oh, they want us to train the staff and students at 7 a.m. I was like, oh, in return, could you let us jam a boot camp at 6 a.m. here at the hall?
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, all good. And then we got the ball rolling. And we had like 20-something people at our first 6-week boot camp. But the money that we got there, like we were still working full time, and it wasn't to say we were rich, but we just had like 4 digits in our account, and we thought, oh, bro, we're balling.
Yeah.
So we started like shouting like kids sports gears or kids boxing fees or rugby boots, and just like around, like we just heard the last South boy was good at rugby. We're like, oh, here. And then our second one pushed to 100. Third one was like 200 something. By our fourth one, we had like 400 people.
Wow.
But it was all just because it wasn't like at the boot camps, there was only like 50 people or something like that. But I think it was because they heard through a grapevine that we were like chucking money back at the community or like trying to do stuff. In our second one and our third, we started doing like homeless outreaches. Started doing, there was one we done Christmas presents, like a whole bunch of Christmas presents. But it wasn't because we thought we made it. We were just like, oh, man, this is more money. Like, especially when you come from nothing, you're like, there's more money than we need. It just felt like bad for us to keep on to hold on to that money. So, we just started shouting things. And I think it's something that you and Fitz talked about as well. It was like that sometimes you feel like you're not meant to spoil yourself or you're not meant to have nice stuff.
Yeah.
And for us, we like had, like, that was the most money we've ever had in our account. We were just like, oh, no, we need to get rid of it.
Yeah.
There was no financial planning around it or anything.
Yeah.
But then when we got to our fourth boot camp, and that was our biggest, then we paid the 6 months in advance lease on the place we're at.
Yeah.
Moved in, and we had jack shit. It was just an empty warehouse.
Yeah.
And then, local sports organization said if we would train kids, like expand that De La Salle training 7 a.m. to just any kids in South Auckland.
Yeah.
Do a 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. every avu. And we're like, oh, yeah, if you fund us. And they funded us, and we bought a bunch of gears. But then at the end of the year, when they came to do the reporting, that was meant to be on the boys' wages. But none of us took pay. We just spent it all on the gym gear. Yeah. And they're like growling us off. You're not allowed to buy gym assets. Yeah. It's meant to go on wages. And I was like, oh, me and my boys didn't know. Like, it's our first ever time getting funding. We just bought gears. Like, so that's how Brown Pride was made.
Wow.
It was somewhat a mistake. It was boot camps to get the lease. And then we're meant to run a youth program that we did. But we're meant to pay ourselves the wages. But we just bought gym gears. Yeah. So that's how we started,
Has it been hard for you navigating that funding space?
Yeah. It's I think for BBM and for us, we've gone the separate way. We started commercial, and then now we're funding. These went funding. Now is going commercial. For us, like funding was a whole new ball game. But but then you look at it and you're like, man, this is taxpayers' money, and this is like entitled to the people. So you're deserving of it. Like if you're hitting those targets and whatnot. But at first when they said these want funding, we thought us like couple grand or something. Then they're like, no, we can pay proper money. I was like, oh shit, no wonder these trusts are like going handies or these big corporates or whatever chase these fundings and stuff like that. I was like, oh, it makes sense now. It's because it's good money. Yeah.
And not all of them are doing the work.
Yeah. But then you look at like grassroots like yourselves, like us, like Fitz and the team. We're on the ground doing work. And we're like getting the crumbs at the end of the day.
Yeah. It's been hard for us navigating the funding space, especially around Pacifica funding.
Yeah.
We found there's just been a lot of gatekeepers.
Yeah.
They get there, they close the door behind them. Have you found that?
Yeah, quite a few way. Like, man, if anything, like when I had that talk with the boys and they said, yeah, let's do Brown Pride, then I started reaching out to some people and I went on the website and they said Pacific Business Trust is the people to go to. And man, I went to them, poured my heart out about this whole idea of a community hub. They'll have a gym, barbershop, merchandise, music studio, and run youth programs. And I said, it's going to be called Brown Pride. I remember the Pacific Business Trust, those guys told me it was a dumb idea. They said, come back when it's a valid idea.
What?
Yeah, and that was in 2018. And then last year, they asked me to mentor their business course. And I said, fuck you guys. nah, they're good dudes now. But man, back then...
I think they've changed, They changed
Yeah, they had a massive restructure.
I think Mary Losey now is the
Yeah.
CEO.
But I remember that in 2018, just as a like, gonna be a dad, trying to have a crack at business, trying to like, man, because... like honestly, we had two paths similar to your story. You had two paths. You either go down the illegal route or you go the legal route. And me and my boys were on there like somewhat that crossroads. Like we're either gonna the van and do some extra work on the side, or we're gonna leave the van in and chase this dream. And so for us to go to PBT and for them to say that to me, man, that just like at first it crushed my soul. But then it flicked a switch of rage, like, oh yeah, fuck, I'll show you guys.
Yeah. What I understand, bro, is that there's good people in there, but it's a system that they're under the system that just crushes you. But I spoke to, I don't know if you haven't, go watch the podcast we did with David Neath.
Yeah.
He's like a mindset coach, but he talked about, when you're a visionary like yourself, entrepreneur, you have a vision. And you start off, it's hard because no one sees your vision.
Yeah.
That's what they couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Everyone looks for evidence and proof. But at the start, there's no evidence. There's no proof, just your vision. You can see where you want to go, but they can't.
Yeah, hard. It's like Steve Harvey said that as well. Like God places a vision in your head that he knows that you could bring to fruition.
Yeah.
And no one will understand that because they're not in your head to just keep chasing. And I think, I think now that I look back, that was probably where they were at PBT, right?
Yeah.
I still remember that day, man. He was just eating his pie while I was pouring my heart out. And then, when he told me, come back when it's a valid idea.
That's what a load of shit.
Yeah.
But, bro, you used that like as your, like, it was like my boxing when people go, you're a fucking disgrace.
Yeah.
I said, all right, I'll show you.
Yeah, I knew what you were doing. Like, at that time, I didn't even know you. I knew that you had to sell seats, and I knew it was part of the character. And then when you announced that you're starting to do some community work and run the boot camps, I was like, man, this is like, unknowingly, he's built the track record, he's built enough following, like it's gonna blow up, and then now you're here. And I think people saw it as they thought that was the real you, like those little snippets or those little interactions with the crowd or your opponents. I think they thought, this guy's a dick.
Did you think that?
Yeah, I think at first I was like, oh man, this guy's a dick. Then when you came back, I thought it was just a weight loss. Then when you keep coming back, I was like, nah, man, if you listen to his story, there's a reason he's coming back. There's a reason he's fighting. And that's when I understood the assignment. You're there to, I guess, build the profile and change your life around. But at the same time, you're building your profile now. I think you had the receipts. You had the receipts. They done the work.
That was one benefit we've had with what we've done in BBM is that we had built that profile through boxing. Yeah. Which I guess it was like I was a bad guy in wrestling.
Yeah.
That turned good, turned to a good guy.
Yeah.
But it's sort of, at least I had that little profile to start from.
Yeah. And I think that's like any engagement is good engagement, and good or bad. I think there's, it built the ripple effect and the snowball, and then people, I'm sure people are laughing now.
Is there any was there any points like rock bottoms where you thought I can't go on with this?
Like man, I've never said this publicly. Like I think I've only said it to our Brown Pride members. But when we moved in, moved into our space that we have now. And then we ran another boot camp. Like once we had some gear, we ran another boot camp. And I thought because of this whole hype of Brown Pride's got a gym now, that it's gonna go like from 400 to 600 or something.
Yeah.
So I made this prize pool of like 25K worth of a weight. Like that was like unheard of at that time, like for a challenge. But I was just like confident, and I was on this like on those highs. Like you're like, oh man, we're killing it. And then that was probably our lowest boot camp, but like was like 200. It went from like half of what we had, but it was because I think it was in Jan, Feb, and everyone was broke. Like I thought, oh, new year, new me buzz, but there was only a few. And then 2, I think people must have thought we were like commercializing because we moved into a gym space and shit like that. And yeah, so I just sort of shot myself on the foot, and with that, like setting the bar that high, and then the amount of bootcamp members that joined and paid was nowhere near our threshold that we had to, our break-even point.
Yeah.
And man, I had no money, and all the boys we were all still working. And I remember we were up to, it was a 6-week bootcamp. I think we were up to week 4 or 5, and it was closing in on the time we have to pay the winner. And fuck, I had like jack shit. I didn't have enough to Whālawa the 25K. And this was like after everyone's like, congratulating you moved into a new gym, you're doing so good, all that shit. And I was on a like good high. And then when I realized I didn't have the money and I couldn't find the money to pay, I just like locked myself in the room, and I told my partner, go down to, because she's from Rewa, I just say, oh, go for the week with your family. I just need to figure something out. But man, I locked myself in my room and didn't eat, didn't shower, didn't do anything. And my goal, in all honesty, my goal when I locked myself was I wanted to starve to death. Like that's how embarrassed I was. I was like, I just let my best mates down. I just can't even provide for my partner, and our kid my son was born by then. Like I've let my family name down, like all that shit. Like I'm build-ups or whatever. Like I've put on this massive like Brown Prize, moving to a gym, and now can't even pay the winners of our boot camp. And I just locked myself in the room for I think 4 days, just drinking water and just hoping I starve myself to death. And my mom kept asking me, "Is everything all good?" I just keep saying I was sick, just wasn't eating. And my boys were hitting me up. I was just saying, "Oh, sorry, I'm busy as like I can't catch up or I can't come train." But I was like, "Can you just hold it down at the gym?" And I didn't even tell my partner, and I just, and then my sister, man, like I got love for my sister. Like us two have been through thick and thin. Like we were there when everything was shit for me, my mom, and my sister. And she came to my room. She was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Oh no, it's nothing. I'm just sick." And she was like, "Johnny, I know you're lying. Like, what's going on?" Then I told her everything. And I told her, "Man, I've put myself in this shit position, and I don't have the money to pay this boot camp, and I know everyone's gonna turn on Brown Pride." And my sister's a bit of a tomboy, and she's always wanted a Harley, and she saved all this money for a Harley. And my sister said, "Oh, what's your bank account?" And the next day, my sister sent her saving for a Harley, gave it to me, and I was able to pay the boot camp, pay our rent for another month. And for me, I think just a bit of emotion, because it's man, I got love for my sister, and I'll move the world for her. And at that moment in time, only she would have known how what I was hiding, and only she was there to to be there for me. And that's, man, Brown Pride wouldn't be around if it wasn't for my sister. And I told the boys after the whole boot camp, after everything was paid and they thought everything went smoothly, I just didn't want them to see the finances and stuff.
Yeah.
And I told them, and they're like, "Sully, we all would have chipped in, we all would have helped." But for me, it was like I put this on us. I put us in the public eye, and I didn't want you to be dragged with me. And then I just said, "Oh, my sister paid it off. She paid it." And like I've been chipping away, like just paying it bit by bit. Man, if it wasn't for her, like we wouldn't be around. Yeah.
Far out.
Yeah. So yeah, I still
person, bro.
a couple, like we done a business course just helping some small businesses, and someone asked me that, and I was like, man, I haven't told this before, but. And because I didn't even, like, like with your sister, you don't really talk about it. It's just been and done. I know she's proud of me, and she doesn't always say, where's my money for my Harley? But I always told her, one day I'll buy you the Harley you wanted.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I guess a love for my sister. And I know for you as well, the mad love for your sister as well. So the same buzz of me and my sister. We don't have to say, oh man, I love you, or I owe you.
Yeah.
It's just like that bond that is unbreakable.
Yeah, it's special, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my sister same.
Mm-hmm.
She kept me on the track. Yeah, like there's times like you know when you need the money, you go, oh man, I was gonna go do this.
Yeah.
Tired of being broke.
Yeah.
And she would say, like, man, her faith was very strong, but her walk with God was a lot further. She said, Dave, just stay on this exercise thing. I can see something coming from it.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck are you saying? I didn't even have a boot camp. I hadn't even had my first fight yet.
Yeah.
You know, and she saw this, you know.
Yeah. No,
it's cool. Awesome, man.
Yeah. I think for my sister, it was same buzz.
Yeah.
She just knew that I was doing something better. I think she just saw something I didn't really see.
Yeah.
Because at that point, honestly, I just was like, please, just die of starvation peacefully in my room.
Yeah.
That was like, I promised my mates, like that I'll never commit suicide. And I was like, man, this ain't suicide if I starve myself to death. Like, I'll just pretend I didn't know I wasn't eating and just fell asleep and didn't wake up. That was my goal when on that week.
Man, it's crazy. That's be in a dark place, eh?
Yeah. That's probably my darkest ever place. Yeah.
It's just the pressure. The pressure of everything. Like,
Yeah.
You know, people will see where you are now, like you said, but they
Yeah.
don't see the work that has gone into it, and the pressure that's on your shoulders as you're the front of it. You're the face.
Yeah. It's like only a few would, and then you'd understand as well. Like, yes, they see like, oh, you get the holiday or you get the nice things here and there. You get to be with your family. But man, even when you're with your family, when you're somewhere having a break, your mind's spinning. Your mind's thinking, oh, how I'm gonna pay this, how I'm gonna pay this, how I'm gonna ensure the lease is sorted and all that shit.
You're never not thinking about.
I
wake up thinking about it.
Yeah. Go sleep, you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
And they feel, oh, it's a nice job to be the boss, but fuck, they couldn't handle this shit.
Yeah. That's why I hate it when people that are getting paid 9 to 5 money ask you to do something for free.
Yeah.
You know, like I will always do schools and things like this, but when, you know, like organizations that are they're all on good money, but they ask you to come do something for free.
Yeah. They somewhat, I think it's this whole persona of a CEO or a boss that they think, oh, bro, they're sorted.
Yeah.
They got nothing to worry about, but man.
Well, I think that's like for us, like people see BBM, and they'll see, I guess they see the brown pride in the same way.
Yeah.
They see, man, these guys are minted.
Yeah.
You know, look at them. They got their gyms. You know, they're all over it. They must be sorted. Must have all the contracts.
Yeah.
But man, little do they know how tough it is.
Yeah. Grassroots,
Yeah.
And I think as well, like, it's not only trying to feed our kids, but it's like your workers' kids, and that's always my mentality. I do worry about the stuff, but if anything, my thing that keeps me up at night, ensuring that I'm chasing contracts or things, is I think about their kids. Like, man, I want to ensure their kids are fed and they got something to, I guess, step into if they grow up.
Yeah. Do you think, you know, you spoke a little bit about it before, about, you know, when you moved into the gym and maybe people thought, you know, oh, these guys are doing too well. Or, you know, this tall poppy syndrome, and you know, and it's quite rife in our community. You know, that people, they start hating. You know, how have you had any of that, and how do you deal with it?
For like six guys from Rewa and Maangele, like, they opened a gym within like a year or two. Like, they didn't know all the planning and all the ideas and all the fails that happened before. They just saw, oh, these guys moving to the gym like a year into it. And man, straight away they were like, oh, Londas. Like, we used to get all these comments.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, oh, these guys are gang. I wonder what gang they're laundering with and all that shit. But like, we're just lucky. We're just like building momentum. And man, everyone was gonna pull us down. And I remember there was a boot camp where we got shit on by the Samoan lady, and she posted, "Oh man, why did these guys charge for their boot camps?" And but because we didn't publicly share like how we're doing outreaches and all that stuff, we didn't share it to the people that are part of the boot camp because it's their money, so they should know where it's going. But we never publicly shared it. And the public guy were like, "Oh, why are these guys charging for boot camps and the prize money doesn't add up?" But they didn't know we're like putting on massive fees or running mentoring programs at schools.
Yeah.
But because we knew if we were like to boast about it, people were like, "Oh, these guys are cocky," or "These guys are mimika," or showing off about helping the community.
Yeah.
So we just kept it within our group chat of our boot camp members. And this one lady put this massive status up, like shitting on us and saying they're doing this. And then from that day, then I was like, "Oh yeah, watch our content game," and we just like blasted everything we're doing, any outreach we're doing.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
And it's not like a lot of groups approach me and say, "Dave, how have you done what you've done?" And I say, "Are you on LinkedIn? Are you on Facebook?"
Yeah.
They say, "Oh, we don't want to show off," and that's our mentality.
Yeah.
Especially as Pacifica people, so it's not showing off. You're highlighting. You're highlighting the need and what you're doing to help with next to no money.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and then, once I understood that, then I was like, "Oh fuck, who cares what anyone says? I'm just gonna start posting."
Yeah.
Then the more we posted, then the more people sort of like respected the work we were doing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh, this is where there's that fine line of humble and humility and things like that." It's like, oh, you have to do it. Like you have to.
I mean, you've seen us from day dot.
Oh yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
But it's never in a way. It's never in a way it's not showing off. It's just highlighting.
Yeah.
It's interesting, bro, because I miss those old days.
Yeah.
You know, of being in the school halls or in the fields.
Yeah.
I miss those. Do you miss those days?
Yeah, harder. Like there wasn't anything
Before
to
the
stress
stress.
about. There wasn't any wages to cover or any lease to cover. And it wasn't
Just helping your mates outside, man.
Yeah. That was cool. Yeah, those days I always like reminisce. Like, man, if only we just like kept like just to basics and just small. But I think we wouldn't be able to make the impact we have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some days you're just like, oh, why did I get myself into this?
There's always some groups that are sort of like a similar size to you.
Yeah.
They'll ask me like, "Oh, we want to scale to be like you. We want to be." I said, but why? Ask yourself, why do you want? Like there was no plan to do what we've done. We're just sort of, it's God's plan. That's all.
Yeah.
But you got to ask yourself, why do you want to scale? If you're already in your community doing great work, why do you want to go to another region?
Yeah.
Just because. This one person asked me about it, and they said, "Oh, they had 4 kids."
Yeah.
Asked me about scaling. I said, "Well, do you like seeing your kids?" Yeah, because if you do like seeing them, I wouldn't recommend scaling.
Yeah. Harder. Yeah.
What's Brown Pride up to now? What's all the different services you guys provide there now?
Like we still got the gym, the barbershop, hairdressers, and music studio. We've got dancers there as well now, and running youth programs around truancy and stuff like that. Have our mental health workshops as well. Yeah, there's a few bits and pieces, and like anything, it's just pivoting to survive, really.
Yeah.
And doing things that we feel empower people.
Yeah.
Like it's Brown Pride. Like we've been offered like investing before, like, but they told us they wanted to change our name Brown Pride, so we're taking the hard yard and just doing it ourselves. And they wanted to change the name Brown Pride, but Brown Pride was just because like as a youngster, as I mentioned before, like we had tough times early primary school, but at St. Anne's when I went primary, there was a lot of Balangi kids, and I got invited to this guy Sheldon's house for his birthday. And man, when I went to his house, every kid had their own room. They had a bed each. They had like a pantry full of snacks and stuff, and they're allowed to help themselves to the pantry. Like the mom was like, "Help yourselves too." And I was like, "Oh shit, this is heaven." They had lolly jars and shit like that. And I remember just as a youngster, just not knowing shit and like just assuming that, oh man, it's because I'm brown that we're stuck in this house, or that we don't have much food, and this guy's white, and that's why he's got all the nice things. So as a youngster, I used to joke to my mates that I want to do like Michael Jackson and bleach my skin. I was like, man, if we go white, we're going to be rich and like have our own rooms and shit like that. Just young and naive and not understanding the world. And I was like, man, I was embarrassed to be an Islander. I was embarrassed to be brown. That was my early primary school years until I got to La Salle and like got involved with Polyfest and started learning about my Samoan culture through my parents and grandparents. And then I started like really embracing my Samoan culture and being proud to be brown. But as a youngster, man, I was always like, man, fuck, I wish I was a white kid. I wish I was like Sheldon, and I wish I was like, and I just assumed that skin color makes you successful or not. But then growing up and understanding the world a bit better, I was like, man, you could be brown, black, purple, yellow, could be any color, and you could be successful. It wasn't based on the color of your skin. And I think it's like the whole mantra of like no excuses. Like for me, I was already making excuses like, oh shit, I'm not gonna be fuck all because I'm a brown kid from Rewa, from a state housing. I'm not gonna evolve too much. But I think it's switching that mentality of there's no excuses. Like don't put your moon, just do something about it. And then when we flick the switch there, like we can do something and empower people to be proud to be brown, then we're just looking at things that we enjoyed. We enjoyed art, we enjoyed fitness. So like anything we feel that can empower like a younger Johnny to make them feel like look at something and see older like us and see you doing good things as a brown person. Anything that encourages that, then we'll do it.
Yeah, hard up, man. Yeah, excuses. As people, when we work with you, just try to change the way they think about mindset, eh?
Yeah.
It's not fair. It's not fair, Every step that person takes, I've got to take two. So, well, you know what? Take fucking 6 steps. You work that much harder. Don't ever let the colour of your skin determine where you end up.
Hard up.
Use it as, hey, man, be proud. We're from a long line of greatness.
Hard up. I think it was definitely that. It's like a mentality thing,
Yeah.
Because, man, that sounded like me.
But we do grow up thinking we're not good enough.
Yeah.
We think, we don't belong here. Go to nice places, we feel fucking ma. It's not, it's not me. I don't belong here.
Yeah.
Like we belong there just as much as anyone else.
100. Yeah.
What advice would you give to a young Pacifica entrepreneur, that hasn't gone all in yet? That hasn't left the job and gone all in, or is worried about what people will think, or are they going to be a sellout? All these things. What would you say to that person?
And something my business mentor told me was, fuck everyone. Like fuck everyone. Even those voices you hear in your head that self doubt, fuck them as well. Like fuck anyone that doubts you. Fuck anyone that gives you that fake kind of love and encouragement. Just like focus on yourself. Like once I channeled and just focused on me, like stop looking at what your neighbor's up to, what the other person's doing, and just silence those doubting voices in your head, then you'll be all good. Like I think a lot of the world is stumped, or they sort of like slow down because they worry about what others think. Especially in this whole world of social media, everyone's like, oh man, I don't know what this person's gonna think or that. Man, I just always say, fuck everyone. If they're not gonna feed my kids, then fuck them. The opinion doesn't matter. Like, just focus on what's gonna feed your kids, what's gonna make you happy, and don't try to please anyone. Please yourself.
100%, man. Only be around people that make you want to level up, not drag you down.
100.
Yeah, awesome, bro. Last question I ask everyone, brother. That comes on the show is, what's your why?
My why is definitely my kids, but I think if anything, it's my why is that my kids grow up in South Auckland, grow up in brown skin, or whatever kid that grows up, that they grow up and be proud of who they are, be proud of where they come from. Like I've always heard I can't wait to make it out of the hood. But man, I want to make the hood the place to be. Like that's my why. I want to make any kid that comes from our area that we grew up in, to just make them feel like they got the balls to do anything, have a crack at anything in life. That's my why, just encouraging my kids and any other kids that, man, who cares where you came from, where you started, just have a crack at anything.
Have a crack. And what's the ultimate goal for Brown Pride, bro? Where are you taking it?
I want to take it around the world, hopefully, one day. But I think if anything, just wherever Polynesian communities are, whenever they feel like the minority or feel like they're not worthy of a space, I won't be there to empower them just to, just run it and, have a go,
Cool, bro. Brother Johnny, I'm very proud of you, bro, and thank you so much for coming on and sharing.
Thanks again.
Learned a lot today.
Yeah.
Just keep smashing it, bro, and I'm always there too if you need someone.
Sure, so I appreciate it, man, and keep doing your magic, man. You're doing massive changes, and we're following your lead, so I appreciate your opportunity to be here.
Thank you, brother. If you made it this far, thank you so much for the support. It really does mean so much to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment on our videos, and share this out. These stories are so inspiring, and they need to be heard by everyone. Thank you so much, team.